Yo, welcome to Serenity 1 SBS Does Gaming. We are continuing Batman The Telltale Series, Episode 2, Children of Arkham. As I said on my last video, we've got a guest with me tonight. Founding member, leader, father, you name it, of our gaming community, the SBS, Mr. CUTTZY. He's with us tonight, so say hello, Cut.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello,
Right,
good evening,
CUTTZY
and
is a CUTTZY is a huge DC fan from everything he's seen, so we're just going to go through this, and you know, he's going to talk about what he thinks, and we're basically just going to have a laugh while watching a bit of Batman, aren't we, Cuts?
Hell yeah!
Awesome.
I must say,
Let's do this.
I'm not used to these type of games, the walkthrough games, narrative games, but we shall give it a go. This is new for me as well.
Okay, so on the last video we left it with Oswald Cobblepot going to find Selina Kyle, and was old Batman in chase.
So how did you leave it on the last game? You're going to find Selina Kyle, yeah?
Yeah, she was doing some deal that went bad. In this iteration, she knows that Bruce Wayne's Batman. He knows that Selina Kyle is Catwoman, and yeah, it just kind of went from there. Just all went tits up. So yeah, Bruce Wayne's on his way to see Selina to basically see how she is, or something like that. I don't know. I think he's taking chicken soup to her to make her feel better.
Yeah, you got to see how the missus is, don't you? You got to check in on her every once in a while.
Oh yeah, of course.
All he's got to do is bring a saucer of milk. You know, no problem. It'd be perfect. So that was cheesy. That was really cheesy.
Yeah, that was really cheesy. Hey, but at least it wasn't as bad as Halle Berry playing Catwoman.
Ah, oh, don't. Let's erase that from our memories. Halle Berry's version of Catwoman. Oh my god. What a crock of...
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about it. Right, so we got Bruce Wayne in a bar. He's been told to come and meet Selina Kyle, so let's see what options we've got. Now, I've talked to the bartender. We have jukebox. Should we put a tune on?
Yeah, bit of Johnny Cash.
Tunes for drinking, dancing, and fighting.
I only say that because
in that
the
order.
poster's up for Johnny Cash.
Do you know, I didn't even see that. Where is it?
Behind you, where you first came in.
Oh, let's go and find the Johnny Cash poster. Ah, it's Johnny Crash.
Oh, is it Johnny Crash? Ah, I must have misread it.
Yeah.
The actual
Yeah,
poster I'm
this
talking
is
about
leading-
is on the far left. Keep going,
Ah,
keep going.
right.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Crash.
Yeah.
Shows how much
So
I pay
that's
attention.
it. Playing his lead song, Sling of Fire.
As you do.
As you do. Right, let's go and speak to this bartender, see if he's seen anyone.
There's a burning sling of fire.
Did you hear?
That's the
Hey!
You lost? Because I don't have time for tourists. Looks like you walked into the wrong bar.
Do you know Selina Kyle? There are men after her.
Uh-huh. When aren't there?
Well, these ones are trying to kill her.
Hey,
Yes.
don't I know you? It is you. Knew it.
Now,
Yeah,
see,
I
for the
love
people
Take
who've
all your
done it,
fancy clothes?
go on.
Nah, sorry, I was just gonna say I love the Catwoman
Nice to meet
character.
you,
She's so
Frank.
mysterious.
Yeah. Funny
They probably
seeing
never heard of her.
so much in the papers. Whole other thing, meeting the man in
For
real
the
life.
people who's done it, this guy actually looks like the
shorter
Huntsman
than I thought
from the Wolf of...
Leave
I was
him
going to say the
alone,
Wolf of Wall
Frank.
Street, then the Wolf Among
Man's
Us.
just trying to have a quiet drink.
That's a good film. Wolf
didn't
of-
seem to
Wolf
mind
of
the
Wall Street
company.
as well. I suggest you watch
Actually,
it.
I've not seen it.
Yeah. A very good film.
So, CUTTZY, this is
Selina,
Selina Kyle. This is the Telltale version of her.
Better be
I mean, what do
careful.
you think of this so far? Like the graphical
He
design
was
and what have you?
supposed to take care of her.
I like it. I do
Problem.
actually like these type of games.
Instead,
it's
you just
different,
pissed him off.
but fun. You know, it reminds me of
I'm
Borderlands.
sorry things went down the way they did,
And
but I have information.
It's just something different. It's
Man
pretty
who
on the
hired
eyes, isn't it?
His
Like, that's
name
what I like
is
about it.
Oswald
I noticed that the character
Never
design
heard
for
of him.
Selena Kyle is different
He
to
goes
what
by Penguin.
has come before. She's
Penguin?
always had short hair.
Shit.
Before, obviously, in this she
You've
hasn't
gotta
got
be
short
kidding
hair,
me.
so that's new.
You should have just killed me on that.
Be interested to
rooftop.
see what she actually looks like as Catwoman.
I'm dead anyway.
Oh, of course you
You
haven't seen it
screw
yet.
someone
Have you?
over,
Nah,
you really
nah.
screw them. The Penguin.
I haven't even seen Penguin, actually.
Penguin can't take on both of us, and I'm not going anywhere. Clearly you know something about him.
I only know him by reputation.
So she
This
knows
person
that he's
never heard of
Batwoman,
him. He's a big
Batman,
deal
and
across
he
the
knows that
pond.
she's Catwoman at this point. Yeah.
He's more dangerous than you think.
Yep.
I grew up with Oz.
Oh, that's the other thing as well.
First real friend I ever had.
I'm
In
not
this one,
surprised.
Bruce Wayne and Oswald
Questionable
Cobblepot
morals
grew
and
up
penchant for
together,
theatrics.
like they were kids
You two
together.
have a lot in common.
Right.
The question is, why Gotham? Why now?
So it seems as
It's
if
not
it's a
like he's hurting
completely
for crimes
separate
and it's
story to
abroad.
what's come before.
Why leave that?
He thinks he's
Could be
changing
explained
the
by the
world for
different
better,
universe,
no matter the cost.
the
Well, he's no Joan of
multiverse.
Arc, that's for sure. Well, I'm not sticking around here to find out.
Oswald.
For anyone who don't know
Penguin
about
is
the
about to
DC
unleash
multiverse,
God
there's
knows what in
different
the city.
Earths and
change
different
us.
realities
A
for
good
each
reason
character
not to be here when he does.
in the DC
You want to
universe.
stay? That's your choice.
If Penguin is everything
What do you reckon
say,
was the best
there's
one up to
no
now?
tree high enough for you to climb. He will
Personally, I mean, it's all
So what are you
personal
suggesting?
choice.
The bat helps the cat.
find- and the cat
People
helps
like
the bat.
different versions of each
Bruce,
of their characters, you know. But
sweetie,
my
the
personal
Gallant Knight
favourite
thing,
is the new
it
like
really is
the new
adorable.
52s.
But what would
To me, it's more modern
The
and
two of us
realistic
working
in terms
together.
of, you know,
After all,
gods among
I'm not
us,
really an all
so to
work
speak.
and no play kind of girl.
Mm.
Harvey knows that.
You and Harvey, it's pretty clear you aren't just friends.
Please, I'm just toying with him. I only take my claws out for someone special. You and I...
I thought you would date. I knew you were going to choose that. I can read you like a book. I knew you were going to choose that. I take my claws out for someone special.
Bruce.
Okay, saucer and
You were
milk,
right.
table 2.
Selena Kyle, Penguin says hello.
Shit's about to get real. These guys look a bit shady.
Beat it. We're here for
That
her.
haircut definitely looks shady.
Looks like Jedward.
If you care about your own skin, you'll get the hell out.
Right.
Right, which one are you going to choose here, man? Punch him. Oh. Yeah, look at that. Go on, Bruce. Look at Selena. I love her character. She's so mellow. Man, all of a sudden she just kicks off.
There's been so many different iterations of Selena Kyle, like somewhere she was this little whimpering pussycat, if you will, and somewhere she's this real bad hard ass.
Yeah, when the comics first started, you know, when the Batman comic first started, you know, Batman was actually going around killing criminals, and then they kind of camped it out with the Adam West and Burt Ward series, and that, of course, that was including all the major villains, which was Catwoman. But later on, Catwoman kind of became like an anti-hero. She did things for her own benefit, but she was good at heart. Do you know what I mean? I think my personal favourite of Catwoman is the Arkham series. You know, Arkham Asylum, and, not Arkham Asylum, Arkham City and Arkham Knight. I think that really showed what she's all about. She does
I agree
actually
with
have
the
a
Arkham
conscience.
Let's
series.
give it to him.
Absolutely brilliant games. Shame they finished now though.
Well, we have the remasters coming up. That'll be awesome to go through again. See, one thing as you probably noticed, Cutzy, when myself and our friend Velociraptor was talking about this game, is that the dynamic of the percentage you play of Bruce Wayne compared to his Batman is brilliant in this. Like, up to now, it's been, I'd probably say, about 70% Bruce Wayne, 30% Batman, which a lot of previous stories will always be centric around Batman as the superhero rather than Bruce Wayne as the person. So I think that's why this one is getting a lot of really strong reviews, because it's, you know, what would Bruce Wayne do? You know, Batman would go and, you know, stop the crime and be the world's greatest detective, but what would Bruce Wayne as the person do?
Quick, check the alleyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely a different take on what's come before. I mean, you know, when you look at the comics as well, there's never been a Bruce Wayne comic. It is Batman. It's Batman comic.
Is there not? No.
Not to my knowledge, not to my recollection. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because he's Batman. You know, Batman is the world's greatest detective, and his alter ego is Bruce Wayne. But you know, like he says in the films, in the Christian Bale films, you know, as a man he can be defeated, but as a symbol,
Let's get out of here.
it's a different story. You know, he's incorruptible. He can't be stopped,
I'll
sort
take
of
the
thing. He
rooftops.
becomes a legend.
You take the alley.
So,
Wait.
oh, you're gonna kiss her, ain't you? I know it. You're gonna kiss her. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. And I knew that would be her reaction as well. It's fucking real
When you
life,
least
isn't it,
expect
really?
You shouldn't trust me, you know.
I always found it interesting, the relationship between these two characters as well.
Alfred
Why
is
is that?
uploading the contents of
Well,
his smartphone to the back.
it's
end.
not a
Check to see
straight
if
up
there's
love
anything on the
story.
phone
There
we
is
can
there
use.
is a bit of there is a bit of violence between them. You know, they do go toe to toe every now and then. You know, it's kind of like a love-hate thing
It's
that
fine.
they got
Has the
going
back
on.
computer found anything yet?
Bruce, there are a number of messages here.
You'll definitely have to see the first episode of this.
The last
Literally, the opening scene is a really good fight between Batman and Catwoman.
Oh, really?
End of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same.
Is that what you've put on YouTube already?
This is very
No, I haven't put the first episode up. We're going to do a commentary on the first episode for the benefit of CUTTZY. I've literally, to the people who watch this, I've thrown CUTTZY in at the deep end here.
If Hill's
I've
talking
literally
with
just thrown him in and asked him to talk about his DC knowledge with us here. But he hasn't seen anything prior to this. It's kind of like watching, you know, Star Wars, for example, starting at episode 4. You know, who does that?
Yeah, I mean, I am playing catch up here, and I must say for whoever's watching, you know, my knowledge on DC comes from the animated series and the films that have come out. You know, as for the actual comics, very rarely do I get a chance to go out and get a comic, let alone have time to actually read it. So my knowledge comes from the animated films and the Justice League TV series, and very, very long time ago, the Batman animated series.
Hey, our cuts. Let's let you decide this one. So we need to go and see Mayor Hill, find out what's going on. Do we go with Bruce Wayne, or do we go with Batman?
Well, Batman will get the answers. Bruce Wayne, maybe not, but Batman will get the answers that he wants.
Are we going for Batman?
I think we should go as Batman.
We're going for Batman.
Let's do this.
Going as Batman is the sure bet.
Plus, look at the eyes. I mean, you know, how can you refuse those eyes? Jesus. I noticed that the costume is kind of reminiscent of the latest films with the new DC Universe movies. Well, the short ears, kind of Dark Knight Returns. Ben Affleck, Dark Knight Returns, yeah.
Dark Knight Returns was Christian Bale, wasn't it? Not Christian Bale. No, was it Christian Bale?
No, I'm talking about the comic where he comes out of retirement and the government eventually called in Superman to put him straight.
Has the public trust after
Right.
Falcone. Try not to throw it away by going overboard on Hill.
Don't worry, Alfred. I'm a light touch when I need to be.
Now, people always
The
ask
city
who's
will
your
fade
favourite
away if Hill
Batman,
tells me Penguin's
and
plans.
I always turn around and say Kevin Conroy. You know, whenever I watch a DC animated film, it's got to be Kevin Conroy doing the voice. Any other voice, it just don't sound like
I
Batman.
need to crucify him in the debate, or we can kiss re-election and your job goodbye.
It's like,
You'll be back here in the next
you
15
know,
minutes trying to put
Joker,
your day.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deborah, was that you?
Well, he's phenomenal performance, Mark Hamill.
It's time we finally met.
Oh,
But this is kind of a mix between,
Batman?
from what I can tell, it's kind of a mix between the new
What are
52
you doing
Batman and the Arkham Knight Batman. What with the little gizmo on his arm,
Penguin is.
So
the
I
little
heard.
computer on his
So
arm.
what? I've got nothing to do with that lowlife.
The costume is definitely
Do you
new
hear me?
52.
You're leaving out a few details.
I gave you everything I have on Wayne. I've held up my end of the
This is Kevin Conroy doing the voice, isn't it?
Wayne,
It
there's
is.
the real problem. He's the one you should be after. Every fiber of his being built on lies.
He's
his
just a mean
status,
voice,
his
isn't it?
fortune.
You really believe that?
I witnessed firsthand. the
Oh,
atrocities of his
something
family.
else you need to
And he's the
know
one
as
who
well,
brought-
Cutsy. One of the things going through this story is that the Waynes were actually criminals and were in bed with Falcone, sorry.
Pick up, goddammit!
Now that is a
So
different
at the
take.
same time,
Yeah.
yeah, at the same time, Bruce Wayne's trying to, you know, portray their innocence.
Don't kill me.
There's all like an underlying
I've
story
done
of
nothing
corruption.
wrong.
I want the truth.
It makes sense because the Waynes were the most powerful family,
You're
not crime
insane.
family, but most
Just like they
powerful
say.
and richest
A
family
madman in a
in
mask.
Gotham City.
Penguin
And,
wants
of
revenge for what happened
course,
to his mother.
Doing,
Thomas Wayne sent
getting
him
to that
Arkham,
status
along with who knows
legitimately
how
is
many
not
other innocents.
hardly, it's kind of
Nothing
hardly
was wrong
impossible
with
sort
any
of
of
thing.
them.
There's always some sort of backhand
Thomas
deals
locked
going
them
on.
up.
So it kind of makes
Somebody's
sense.
couldn't have been
It's a
here.
good take
There'd be
on
records.
it. It's interesting.
With enough money, you can make anything or anyone disappear. I didn't dare speak up. Whatever happened in the past, it's nothing compared to what's happening now. Penguin isn't the only child of Arkham. There are others whose families were destroyed by Wayne. They'll make Gotham pay for his sins.
You can tell
This is
your
definitely
story
an
to
interesting
police.
take.
See what they think about it.
If I had given Penguin what he wanted,
So I'm
he would have
assuming
struck the big
Harvey
time.
Dent
I
is
didn't
not
just do this
Two-Face yet.
myself. I'm trying to protect
No,
Gotham.
no. He's
Finally.
the shining
About damn
knight,
time.
the light of Gotham in terms of wanting to bring down criminals.
I heard everything, Master Bruce. What he said about your father, it must be difficult to process.
Well, I think you were right
I need to
that
know
we should have
what
gone and
went
done
on
this
in
as
Arkham
Batman.
Asylum.
Indeed, I'm just as frustrated as you are.
Hill seems to think he's safe, but Penguin's still out there.
Interesting. Taking in what's going on with the Waynes there.
The superhero landing.
Unfortunately, nope.
I wonder what else is on here.
As
Sorry, my,
per your
control pad
request,
conked out.
Lieutenant Gordon has tripled security
not a problem.
at the debate.
Thanks, Alfred.
But Gordon heard about Batman's surprise visit to the mayor. He was far from happy.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's a plan of the old Monarch Theatre.
The auditorium where the debate's being held. I hacked into the image feeds from the security cameras at the auditorium.
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
Hills.
Monarch
Details about
Theatre,
your
that's
father.
where some of the
It must
battles
have been
took place in
quite
Arkham
upsetting.
Origins, isn't it? That sounds familiar.
I can't imagine how you must feel.
That was
To learn so
Blackgate,
much
wasn't
in
it?
so little time.
To hear
I
their
don't think
crimes
so.
detailed, first by Falcone, then by a snake like him.
Blackgate was the prison, wasn't it?
It makes me question
Yeah.
myself.
You shouldn't, Bruce. You are your own man. And the city needs you, now more than ever. I'll leave you to it then.
Okay, what we've got here is like this big computer is just a hub for, you know, checking out everything and what have you. It's really interesting the way it's been done.
Yeah, the Batcave. So what, you control this?
You get to look at like the different screens on the back computer.
In other news, nobody goes to Gotham's dive bars expecting a quiet night out, but police say a brawl tonight at the Stack Deck Bar in Otisburg was the rowdiest one in recent memory. Reports say multiple arrests were made, with all the suspects taken into custody while unconscious.
Alright, there's Vicky
Police
Vale
are
on it.
seeking an unidentified man and woman who were seen in conversation.
It was Vicky Vale indeed.
Shortly before the fight.
Gotham District Attorney
I thought Vicky Vale was blonde.
appears to be hitting some potholes on his path.
You're just going from the Michael Keaton version.
And the Arkham series.
Rumors persist that the candidate is having trouble paying his campaign staff.
I think she was blonde in the comics as well, actually.
A dead spokesperson said these rumors
Right, this
are
is going to be
nothing more
interesting.
than a
Now,
smear tactic
you are going to have a little bit of a delay on this just because of the way we've got this set up, but I can show you some things based on this codex now.
Goes to Gotham's dive bars expecting a quiet night out, but police say a brawl tonight at the Stack Deck Bar in Otisburg was the rowdiest one in recent memory. Reports say multiple arrests were made, with all the suspects taken into custody while
So he's got
bring up,
police are seeking
yeah,
an unidentified man and woman
Penguin.
who were
bring
seen
up
in
what
conversation
Penguin looks
with
like.
assailants
You've got James
shortly
Gordon.
before the fight.
You were right about Vicky Vale. What I want to show you is, you wanted to know what she looked like, and she is very Arkham series.
Vicky Vale, yeah. Carmine Falcone. The cat.
In other news, nobody goes
Right,
to
so
Gotham's dive
let's
bars
see
expecting
what
a
else is
quiet
going
night
on.
out, but police say a brawl tonight at the Stack Deck Bar in Otisburg
We don't care about
was the
any of that.
rowdiest one in recent memory. Reports say multiple arrests were made, with all the suspects taken into custody while unconscious. Police are seeking it.
What makes this stand out is you're actually doing the detective work as well.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Whereas,
I mean, there is a scene in the first game. Again, we'll go through that with you. You're at a dock, and there's been a fight between what you potentially believe is Falcone's men and the police, and you've got to like match up the trajectories of the bullets, where they came from, where the sniper could potentially be. And it's a really good little piece of, you know, interactive gameplay in terms of being the world's greatest detective.
Yeah. Yeah, they only really incorporated it into the Arkham games on Arkham Origins, which turned out to be the third in the series. And there weren't as much of it in the last game, Arkham Knight, which was a bit disappointing.
Harvey needs to get out of there.
But it was all set pieces, you know, you couldn't really mistake what you were doing or get it wrong.
Hey, Bruce. Man, I'm glad you
And in
called.
terms
I
of
needed to talk to you, actually.
interactivity,
Something's come up.
there was only
Something
ever one
that's-
outcome for what you were
Harvey,
doing
listen to me.
in
Your life is in
putting the
danger.
pieces back together.
Penguin and his thugs?
So instead of getting the lead to go to the north
They
side
had me
of
in
the
some back
island,
room until
you got
the
the
debate.
lead to go to the right side of the island, you know what I mean?
Protection, they said.
Yeah.
Kill, if you ask me.
It's not overkill,
But still
Harvey.
good,
It's a
still
real...
good set pieces.
I need to
Get this off my chest.
look.
Is Penguin
Bruce.
a criminal?
I didn't want to
moment.
do this over
Yes.
the phone.
Yeah.
My advisors are telling me that I need to
distance
I noticed in the picture he's not the little
until
the
all
little
this mess with
penguin
your
though.
family
He
blows
seems
over.
I get it. It's the smart
Seems to be a
move, but
normal
let's
fella.
talk about that later.
I'm glad you see it that way.
What with the allegations in the press and now this mess with Falcone, you're
It definitely
a
seems
liability.
separate from any of the versions of Batman that's
Here's
come
the thing,
before.
Bruce.
Without
Yeah.
your money,
I am dead in the water.
Which is good,
I
it's
know this is a
fresh.
delicate
That's probably
topic,
why it's
but
done so well.
I need you to keep me afloat.
I may have to trash you in public, but you and me, we'll know the truth about our friendship.
Forget your campaign for a minute. The money won't matter if you're dead.
Yeah, well, until I
Am, it is still my primary concern.
listen, I hate to push
You, but I need to know. Can I count on your money, Bruce?
whatever it takes to save Gotham.
I'll always support you.
I'll
Harvey.
to Mr. Red
thank
Hot
you,
Bear,
Bruce. Thank
who's
you.
assuming it's not Kevin Conroy as
You don't know how
Batman. It
much this
actually
means to
is
me.
Kevin Conroy as Batman.
To Gotham. I'm sorry, Bruce. The makeup person is here. Guess she needs to
And no, it's
put
not
on
Kim
my face.
Basinger either.
I hope you can still watch the debate somewhere. No matter what I have to say tonight, remember.
You are always my friend.
Harvey.
Was it in The Dark Knight? The absolutely fantastic Heath Ledger playing Joker. In that one, was Harvey Dent supported by Bruce Wayne? I can't remember.
Was Harvey Dent supported by who?
Bruce Wayne?
Feeling that's about to change.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear,
Yeah, he supported him.
you and me.
He
we're on
trusted him,
shaky
that's what it was
ground.
all about.
Jim,
It
listen.
was
listen to me.
for him to
The
retire as
excessive
Batman
violence,
and
it can't
bring
go on.
legitimacy to justice within
Most
Gotham
of the
City.
GCPD already
Because at the
think
end of
you're
the
a
day,
monster.
Batman is a
Don't
vigilante,
prove 'em
which
right.
operates, obviously, vigilantes operate outside the law. And the whole point
got
of
a job.
the film
Try
was
to do it without
to
breaking anyone in half.
legitimize Gotham
We have bigger things
by
to
taking
worry
away
about
the
right now.
Batman and Harvey
Your
Dent
security has been
cleaning the
compromised.
streets
I've got patrols on
the
every door.
law-abiding way.
You better check on them.
Fortunately, it didn't work that way because Joker created anarchy
I'd keep that
Chaos.
holster if I were you.
and
she doing
turned
here?
Harvey Dent
She was
into
part of that robbery at the mayor's
Two-Face.
office.
Really? You're gonna drag
which
out
is
that
different
dead
to how it
horse?
worked in
The
the
break-in
comics
isn't
before.
important. Protecting the debate is.
Like I said,
You
I
should be
didn't read much of
thrilled.
the comics,
You're
but
getting a
I do
twofer.
know that it wasn't
double the
Harvey
trouble
Dent.
from
It
the
wasn't
looks of it.
Joker who turned Harvey Dent into
This better
Two-Face.
not come back to bite me. Alpha Patrol, come in.
That, incident in the bar. Dead is its own kind of cage. I can't stand
There you
being
go,
in it.
Kutz. You're gonna get your
Not that I needed
first
your
look
help or
at
anything, but
Telltale's
I
version of Catwoman and Batman interacting with each
thought
other.
I'd repay the favor. You know, like you scratch my back, I cut
Well,
some people
Catwoman's
out.
suit kind of
Doing
looks
the
like a
right thing.
ninja suit.
Maybe there's hope for you yet.
Don't read too much into it. I'm just allergic to.
Do you not think that
owning
that does look like
None
the
of my men on
Arkham
the ground
series
are
suit?
responding.
Enough
It does
waiting.
look
We're
like the
going
Arkham
in.
series suit,
Alpha,
and
do you
I
read?
know it sounds weird saying this,
No,
but
aren't
there's
you
kind of
glad
less
I'm
sex
here?
appeal with Catwoman in this one because, I mean, for
Now you
obvious
have a better shot
reasons.
than my SWAT team of getting in there
But
quick.
it seems practical for what Catwoman is. You know, she's a cat burglar, so it does seem
We have
practical
seriously
that she would
underfunded
wear a
the
suit like that.
GCPD.
Sounds like a vote for Dent, Lieutenant.
And yes, Mr. Red Hot Bear, Bruce Wayne did throw the fundraiser for Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight. I'm not too sure I should comment on the other comments that's come forward.
Yeah, let's keep this focused on this.
Yeah, let's keep it PG-13, eh?
Yep.
Yes, a masked vigilante loose on our streets. The candidates will tackle it all.
Sure, Red Hot Bear will air his reviews when we speak to him later.
Oh yeah, definitely. Although he did say he weren't going to be on later. Go on, Bats. Kick some butt. Double team. Teabag.
At least we know why they weren't responding.
Gordon, we found one of your patrols. They've been terminated.
Sorry, ladies and gents. As you might have guessed, there's been a change.
He's just a fascinating character, Batman. Like the way they write him, you know, he's just a man. He's a genius intellect, and his gadgets and everything, right? But at the core of it, he's just a man in a suit. But he's actually got contingencies to take out every single member of the Justice League. Who, you know, when you look at it,
if you say so.
They are gods. They are based on gods. You know, they've got godlike powers, but yet a normal man can take them out. And there's a good case of symmetry there. You know, like you don't need to have superpowers to be the good guy or be the hero. I think that's what appeals to so many audience with Batman.
Yeah.
You there? Yes. You. Thank you for volunteering.
Please, no.
Right, so the guy
on,
in the mask,
introduce the candidates.
that is this version of Oswald Cobblepot.
That is Penguin, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I'll get you started, but this is your show.
Well, it's a different take.
Gotta take him out.
Personally, for me, it's not my favourite take on Penguin, but it is very different, and yeah, that's all I can say about the matter, really. My favourite portrayal of Penguin was obviously Danny DeVito. But then again, the Penguin in the Arkham series was pretty good. You know, he wasn't deformed or anything. He was just a little overweight man.
Yeah.
It was Nolan North who done his voice as well.
This, what I'm doing now, which you will see in a minute, is what I was saying about in the first episode, the way you can link what you're able to do to the thugs, like in terms of how they're going to get beat, if you will. So, for example, I'm about to link Catwoman to Stage Exit Gunman. And then this will all play out.
I see what's going on here. Yeah, which makes sense.
So a couple of different ways you can do it.
Yeah. He's always one step ahead of the criminals that he's going up against. So it makes sense that you can actually plan out your attack.
The light's done. It's as though there's only the light. Oh, hold on. What's the ceiling? That'll be interesting. Let's see how we can link a steel beam to him.
Probably by burying his face in it.
That's gonna be interesting. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, nice.
Oh, that. Upside down teabag into the roof.
Make for the police line.
It's little things like that. Just again, the interactivity of this, not just being you're watching something, you are getting involved in it. So as to how you're going to take those thugs out, what makes these Telltale games really stand out.
Yeah, it's different to the bog standard action game that comes out for Batman, like with the Arkham series. You're actually planning your attacks.
Now here's one for you, Cuts.
This was too big for Oswald.
Who's that?
Someone else is pulling the strings.
Smart. Let someone else do the dirty work.
Well, judging by the mask, I'd say Jason Voorhees.
Go on,
But,
you know what to do.
Wrong series.
yeah, obviously. It could, that could be Scarecrow. Actually, nah.
Could be, I mean, you know, is she injecting with fear serum?
Does look that way, doesn't it? But I'm kind of...
I mean, look at Harvey's lips there.
I'm kind of thrown because Win looks how he does, so obviously what other characters are going to look like ain't necessarily what they look like in the comics or the series. This is complete separate, so it's all guesswork at the moment.
First off, we should incinerate the pool.
My first guess was going to be Black Mask, but obviously the mask is white, so he's out.
Red Hood as well, if we're going down that road.
Yeah, you know what I mean, it could be any one of them.
Gotham's blood. Sure. That city is flaws, but beautiful.
We're out of time, Batman. The press is going nuts with those two drunks on stage.
It's not too late to save the city. Corrupt politicians.
That's the one thing that makes me laugh about the Batman games, you know. All stealthy, but you can rip a metal grate off and no one hear you. Makes no sense.
Happy to look away from what you don't want to see. Roll the tape.
Subject 9.
I thought your father was
Roll the
dead.
tape, eh?
Subject 9. Esther Cobblepot. You've been declared criminally insane and committed to Arkham indefinitely as a ward of...
Could be Hugo Strange, that guy.
I'll sell you the land. Please don't do this.
You had your chance. You should have made the deal we offered you. Give her the drug.
Thomas, we're friends. Our boys played.
Now that's interesting because it is coming across as though Thomas Wayne is, well, a bastard.
Give her a dose she won't come back from.
Is this Thomas Wayne that we're looking at here?
Yeah. Well, she said Thomas and he's talking about the Waynes.
It could be that, but you know. Hold on, I want to hear this.
Batman! You certainly know.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, with the Batman animated films and everything, and the animated series, what you see at the beginning isn't necessarily what happens at the end. There's always a reason why things have gone down the way they have, or things have happened. You know, Thomas Wayne, they could make Thomas Wayne appear to be a bastard, but there's a reason for it at the end. What he was actually up to.
No, please, I made a man.
You could never.
That's the thing as well. This character, this big guy, I don't know who he is. I don't think I've seen any other iteration of him, so... Can you shed any light?
He doesn't look familiar to me. But then again, Penguin don't look familiar to me. So it could be... Could possibly be Solomon Grundy.
Back, my poor old mum. So this is for her.
Don't let you kill anyone else!
Wait your turn, Dent!
That'd be my best guess anyway, Solomon Grundy.
Big reveal there.
You ain't getting up from that.
Where's your mate, Bruce Wayne? Your biggest supporter, and he didn't even turn up.
So who's the one in the penguin mask?
That's Oswald Cobblepot.
That is Oswald Cobblepot. So who was the one that was wearing? Hold on, I'm confused here. Like, because he was the guy who was unmasked was wearing the penguin mask, weren't he?
On the contrary.
No, that was someone completely different on screen. That's what I was saying. No idea who he is. Oh, Christ. Ah, Selena or Harvey, quick.
Oh, Selena. Save Selena. Yeah, definitely. But then again, if you save Harvey, then he's going to turn into Two-Face. Yeah, nah, save Selena. She's his girl. You always got to save your girl. It's inevitable Harvey's going to turn into Two-Face. If not there, but later.
Hold your fire, damn it!
I've got a feeling that is what's going to have created him as Two-Face. Yeah.
Harvey.
Where's the maniac in the mask? We need paramedics over here, now!
Hmm. And by the looks of it, that may conclude episode 2.
City Hall is in chaos after
Nope,
Mayor
maybe
Hamilton
not.
Hill was confirmed dead.
While several members of the Children of Arkham have been arrested, the Penguin is still at large.
I had a feeling he was going to turn into Two-Face there.
Hmm.
It's good to say because it's not acid that's changed him to Two-Face there.
Yeah.
So it's different. He's letting the whole story play out differently.
After this.
But you're choosing how it plays out.
Meanwhile, the Wayne family scandal continued to escalate after the full list of Thomas Wayne's victims was released to the public.
So there's been, you know, a lot of... Go on.
He didn't take her home. I noticed that he didn't take her to her home. He took her to his home. Dirty bastard.
Typical Bruce Wayne for you. So there's been a lot of
Lawyers
big
representing
incidents
Bruce
there.
Wayne have no comment at this time.
We've had Penguin unmasked. We've had Thomas Wayne be revealed that he is actually a bastard, but like I said, the story could change. We've had Harvey Dent turn into Two-Face. Not officially, but he's got the Two-Face going on. I just want to know who this guy is.
So I mean, there's obviously the whole big thing about the Thomas Wayne as well. You know, he essentially, well, he sentenced Penguin's mother to be an Arkham Asylum inmate. I mean, that's a completely different take on Penguin's mother again. I mean, I know you personally haven't seen the Gotham series, but I won't say what happens because you need to watch them. But for those who've seen the Gotham series, you'll understand from watching that. Again, very different perspective on Penguin's mother.
Yeah, see, the thing is,
but
with Batman and DC in general, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, there's a multiverse going on with it, and what happens in one world doesn't necessarily happen in another world. You know, the best example I can give you is in one world, it wasn't Bruce Wayne's parents that was killed; it was actually Bruce Wayne, and Thomas Wayne actually becomes the Batman, and Martha Wayne actually becomes the Joker. So with the Gotham series, they're doing their own thing with it, and for any nerd who wants to question it, or any comic book geek that wants to question it, it could be it's from Earth 3 or Earth 5000, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it's very hard to like keep track of what is actually going on, because where they've incorporated the multiverses, the whole story can change on a dime, and it'd be like, oh, I didn't see that coming, you know. And the Gotham series itself, you know, we're talking, that's the beginnings of Bruce Wayne as a child after his family were killed. Well, that hasn't actually been done in comic book version, and it hasn't been done in animated series version. So they've basically got carte blanche to do what they want with it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. But anyway, listen, I was going to say, you know, from that episode, there's been a lot of big reveals, a lot of heavy hitters, and we just need to look forward to episode 3 now. I will put another video up introducing CUTTZY to episode 1, so he actually gets a full hit of what's going on with the story. And yeah, so if there are anything you agree with, anything you disagree with, you know, just leave it in the comments section and we'll have a jolly old good discussion on that. But I personally want to thank CUTTZY for joining me tonight during this episode of Children of Arkham. It's been a pleasure having you on, and look forward to the next one.
Anytime, dude. It was a lot of fun. Look forward to it. Thank you all for
Cool. Right, so
watching and being patient with us all.